All right, you know, I've been meaning to watch this for a little bit, the internet versus Bowblax and Nicholas Deorio. But I just never got to it, and especially now that I think I'm gonna do a second channel and post it on there, like a second long form content channel. I feel like a little like, oh, I could talk about this, something a little more lighthearted and silly, you know. So that's what we're gonna do. That's what it's called: Internet versus Bowblax and Nicholas Deorio. Let's give it a watch.
YouTuber Bowblax has got disgraced YouTuber Bowblax has
Damn. That's an interesting picture of Bowblax.
gotten into another feud on Twitter. This
Bowblax, you're gonna have to correct yourself on this one and make a nice. Well, I mean, you don't look terrible there or anything. I think you just gotta show the glow up here.
time with streamer Nicholas Deorio.
Oh man, another terrible picture. What is that?
After Nick pointed out some flaws with Bowblax's recent Twitter Versus upload.
Bowblax's new Twitter versus a shitty commentary video. Hardly reads any tweets. Damn, I don't know if that's true, but that's what Bowblax needs to do. They need to get back to. They need to get back to gooning. They need to get back to posting on their Twitter versus shit.
Mainly the fact that it wasn't a Twitter Versus at all and was instead just a commentary video.
Oh, maybe he should make a new channel.
Bowblax decided to fire back at Nick on Twitter, pointing out that he sees Nick as parasocially obsessed. And after Nick at one point brought up Mr.
There might be a level of truth to that. Okay, Nick. Something I've learned about Nicholas, Nicky, Mr. Lips, Mr. Rhetoric. One thing I've learned about Mr. Rhetoric is that once he doesn't like somebody, he really goes in on them. He goes like really hard. Like he really hates Mutahar, and he like really hates Bowblax. You know, like really hates people. It is. I don't know if I'd use the word parasocial because I'm a heterosexual male, but it is a little interesting, a little intense.
Miss Manchi's Tesla, Manchi called him creepy. This accumulated to some of even Bobby's biggest supporters.
Bobby's
Just saying he just needs to shut up and
dude, you both tweet about each other on the regular. Oh, I mean that's probably true. I don't watch too much of their interactions, but Bowblax seems incredibly terminally online as well. So.
stop engaging, which he's been told dozens of times, but refuses to listen. Well,
that's true. Bowblax, honestly, you know, if you want to get your shit back together, take it from me. I took a little bit of a hit. You kind of have to just take a deep breath and just figure out a way to move forward and just fucking move, you know? Stop fucking around so much. That's all you can really do. That's it. Yeah, I mean, stop fucking around, I guess.
welcome to the Internet versus Bowblax and Nicholas Deorio. It starts when Nick tweets out, Bowblax's new Twitter Versus is just a shitty commentary video where he hardly reads any tweets.
Damn. Same, though.
Surprising part is that most of the comments aren't saying he sucks or making jokes at his expense. They are demanding he cover Carmelo Anthony. And
who the fuck is Carmelo Anthony?
he attaches this picture of Twitter versus dumb fundraisers, and then a comment from Greg that says, oh, when's the video on the worst fundraiser that was Carmelo Anthony? I'm sure there's a video on that too, no? And Xenonuke says,
I'm missing part of the lore here.
One fundraiser missing, talking a big game, but won't talk about that one like a coward. And Deadly Nightshade says, I need to see the same energy over Carmelo getting a fundraiser. If there's not a problem funding murderers, there shouldn't be one to fund racists. I can
Oh, is that the oh, okay. I should probably just look it up, huh? Bowblax, read me a tweet, please.
tell by their story it's the same in his situation. And Shirikora says, I guess you talk about the blondie who said the N-word, talk about the POC who stabbed a white innocent kid and started money raising. And
what the fuck? Okay. I don't know anything about that situation, so okay.
Ritzy Gold says, but the Carmelo Anthony GoFundMe is not dumb. Then Bowblax replies to one of these comments when he says, why would you assume I'm pro-murder? I didn't hear about that fundraiser. Also, lumping a violent crime into a video about mostly silly verbal stuff wouldn't work well. And Deadly Nightshade,
I think that this is one of those instances, Bowblax, where you just don't respond to this comment. Just don't respond to it. It's not worth responding to it. You know what I did? I checked the Twitter message, not a message. I checked the Twitter comments of a video I posted the other day. I think it was yesterday. Wow, the other day, incredible. I think it was yesterday, actually. But I posted a video, like it was a Twitter video, and it has like a lot of views. It's about Hassan, and like I just looked at it today, and some of the comments, people are like really upset about it, about my take, and I was like, oh, okay. Like, like what do you want me to do? Like, I'm not, like, I just try not to even read this shit at a certain point. If people don't like it, oh, okay. Like, what do you want me to do? I mean, it's like, okay, cool. It seems like it's not worth it to respond to it. No, like, you know?
The OP replies, didn't say that anywhere. I'm pro no one getting special treatments because of their race. Either we all get it or we're all equally shit. Tired of seeing the people causing all the shit crying victim. And Greg replies to Bowblax, cap. Absolutely cap. There's no universe you heard about Shiloh's fundraiser, but not Carmelo Anthony's. Just say you don't.
I don't know. I feel like I don't even know who Carmelo Anthony is. I don't really keep tabs on black people. I'm just kidding. I do all the time. I look out my window. What is that one doing? No, I'm just kidding. I heard about the one with the racist white woman. I didn't hear about the other one. That's just me personally, though.
Don't think that fundraiser is dumb, but don't fucking lie like that. I reply by saying, the silly
Don't
verbal
fucking
stuff
lie
is
like
calling
that.
a child the N-word and singing HH, by the way. Osteoferocious replies to Nick by saying, does it sound like he's trying to use a more feminine voice to you? And Nick replies, it's so subtle I didn't, but now I'm thinking you're right.
Dude, who gives a fuck?
For context, here is a clip of the intro of the video attached.
So I feel like every year the IQ of Twitter overall has just been getting lower and lower and lower.
I don't know. It sounds kind of like the normal Bowblax voice, no?
Point where people are now donating money to causes that don't really need money. These
Oh, okay. So I see. Like, why isn't that one of the things in this video? I get. Okay.
three fundraisers I'm going to talk about in this video seriously make crypto bros seem like financial geniuses.
Bunny replies to Nick's original post by saying, right? It's like 2 seconds of tweets and the rest is him trying to give his really shitty commentary on whatever situation he's reporting on. It's
Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense, I guess, because this guy, Internet Versus, does well. Internet Versus is in the. Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and say I have like this amazing fucking top tier, like super intelligent commentary or anything, but like obviously this is like low effort. Like I'm gonna read tweets. Nothing wrong with that. I do low effort stuff too. Not criticizing, but I feel like in this instance it might be difficult. Like this is low effort, no personality stuff where I don't know how much room there is necessarily for two people that do the exact same thing. Or at least that might be how Bowblax feels. And so they're like, okay, I have to do something that differentiates me from this person who does, you know, a very similar thing to what I was doing. And, you know, this guy's he's in the now. People like him more because they don't like Bowblax. And I mean, I wonder if that's part of the motivation.
unwatchable. And Nick replies, proving me right every day. Bowblax also tweeted out this video with the caption, new video, with the old title that was Twitter's worst fundraisers and GoFundMe. And Adrian replies, on my mother, nobody watching this. Trash says, mid-video, everyone watches.
This guy's probably eating it up that he's getting all this attention.
His internet versus now. Time to stop putting
I don't know. Bowblax should just probably go back to doing what they were doing and then give it a shot and just like do the Twitter, the internet versus or whatever, and just struggle for a year. Just keep doing Twitter versus, maybe even change the name to something else if you want to. I don't know, and just kind of like do your thing. I don't know.
The dress on and start putting their fries in the bag. No wonder your parents don't love you, freak. God damn, bro. Jin Rush says, no Twitter versus in the title. Immediately not watching because of that. L, put the fries in the bag. And then Bowblax responds to Nick's tweet by screenshotting it and captioning it. What's the shitty part of my video that you expected me to be mocked in the...
Like, this is such an unproductive waste of your time, Bowblax. Why, why are you responding to these comments? Just stop I know it's easier said than done, but just stop giving a fuck about what these people are saying. Like, instead of using your energy to make another video, like look for a new topic, you're using your energy to fucking argue with people that don't really matter to you or your success about their opinion on your video. Like, why do you think, you know, you kind of have to get out of that mode. It's not productive.
The comments over Nick. Is it when I shit on the mom who raised $700,000 for calling a 5-year-old child the N-word? Or the couple who started a fundraiser after posting anti-Semitic shit? And Renegotiate replies, Bowblax. The entire reason that happened was blowback over the Carmelo Anthony fundraiser. You'd think you'd understand blowback given it's your account name. And Nick screenshots this tweet and replies himself by saying, well, I was expecting more of the usual internet versus posts significantly more frequently with better topics and more relevant tweets. Stop giving your opinion. No one cares what you think. Just read the tweets. When will you...
Yeah, they just stopped making... Like, why are they... This should be daily uploads.
So I feel...
This is... And they also... What Bowblax needs to do, unironically... Unironically, what Bowblax needs to do is they need to start exploring a new area. So this internet versus guy kind of like took over what they do. So you need to do it. You need to come up with one topic a day, doing internet versus, and you need to put it on your channel. And then you also need to maybe make it digestible for like TikTok as well too. You know, You got to get like content strategy going.
Sell your Tesla. And Muted replies, I miss 2023 when you, Augie, and Bowblax all were still friends. At least I think so. This is sad. And Nick says, I don't. And The Last Wish replies, Josh shouldn't have leaked his C then. And Muted replies, he what? And The Last Wish says, he didn't know? He made an OF and a corn account here and got leaked because he's stupid. Peace says in our members only Discord, I would say Bowblax has lost the plot. He destroyed his career, he destroyed everything he could have had, and now he's getting into beefs with old friends. As the only video he makes that heavily underperforms worse than anyone expects, and the comments talk about a fund that is for a kid who killed someone. Little Froky says in our members only Discord, BLM Bowblax thinks people should have their lives ruined over calling a person a word and singing a song, but not for murdering another person. Bowblax then screenshots this Nick Deorio tweet and says, you're so parasocial and controlling over the type of content I decide to make on my own YouTube channel.
I don't know. It seems like Bowblax, stop arguing with people. You know, it's one of those things where Bowblax, you know, listen, Bowblax socially benefited from associating themselves very heavily with like the commentary community, or like some toxic aspects of the commentary community. That kind of blew back in their face. I know that they would go after Tipster a lot. They kind of blew back onto them. And so now you kind of have to break away and stop really interacting in a more meaningful way. You know, like, just gotta stop. Gotta just stop doing it. What are you doing? You know.
It's getting creepy, especially with how long you've been at it. We had our falling out 9 months ago. Why are you publicly asking me about my car and finances? Stop obsessing. You're not allowed to share your opinion in your own YouTube videos because Nicholas Deorio said so? How is sharing my opinions a critique? So the opinions aren't shitty, just the fact that I shared opinions at all is the shitty part? Sounds like he's on an ego trip right now. And Cole replies, didn't you like triple down on him having an alt account unprompted that obviously wasn't his? If you thought his comments had no merit, you wouldn't entertain it. And Mike replies to Bowblax, honestly, as a viewer of the channel, I think you should just embrace making commentary style videos and even brand them as such, because I agree that it was more of a commentary style video than a Twitter versus, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. And Bobby replies,
yeah, name yourself like Bowblax versus or something, you know?
Twitter verses can be commentary
Jesus
style.
Christ.
There's been many of them. Twitter verses can also come in other different forms depending on the topic.
So then just do that. Then just do it and stop giving a fuck about what people think.
Recently, I've been experimenting with it, but it's not super different to the point of being a different series entirely, in my opinion. Dickers replies to Bowblax by saying, why ask him why you might be mocked if you don't want to hear the response? It's not parasocial. It's just social. Slade replies,
well, nobody would really care if Bowblax shifted to a more commentary style thing on their videos if like they were in the if they were liked right now. So like, yeah, just stop giving a fuck and just move forward.
So Bowblax by saying, dude,
like realistically speaking, these people won't talk about you if you just kind of stop. It might take a while, but they'll stop talking about you if you just kind of stop, you know?
Did this to yourself. Nick had, for the most part, stopped talking about you until you made up that comment cop shit. You tried to smear him and it backfired, and the consequences of that decision is that now you get mauled every time he goes live. You made your bed, champ. And Dixon replies to Bowblax, you asked him? And Bowblax replies, I asked him why my video was shitty. When will you sell your Tesla has nothing to do with the video. And Dixon replies, nor the complaint you made above. Bowblax, you would be so happy, man. You'd have a fully paid Switch 2 right now, my dude. If you'd just like, fuck it, never mind, I changed my mind mid-tweet. Do what you're gonna do. Nicholas Deorio then a screenshot.
Oh, yeah, I heard that Bowblax got the, how did I get about that? Bowblax got like the Switch 2 pre-order, right? But they were like complaining about not having any money or something.
Tweet and replies by saying, don't play cry bully now, Mr. Tipster Bully Stream. After the comments cop drama you started, I'm taking every opportunity to shit on you. He then attaches the follow-up tweet and continues his thread by saying, I saw this super late, but I never declared Bowblax is prohibited to share his opinions in videos. I said that he should shut up and retweets because realistically, nobody respects him or anything he has to say.
That's even worse. Oh my god. That's a little worse, man. That's kind of fucked up. That's kind of mean, dog. But all right, fuck.
Channel was better as an archive for actual discussion. Smaggle replied,
That's fuck Smaggle.
He should unblock you so you can get him on stream today. And Nick says he blocks and unblocks to reply, like Keffels. Rob replies to Nick by saying, people really should talk about what exactly those bully streams were more. Literally him high as shit, watching Tipster's streams, harassing him and sending people to harass him while laughing at him the whole time. And
damn, that's fucked up. You really did that, Bowblax? Bowblax.
and while looking like an addict, slumped over. It was sad and pathetic. Imagine Nick watching.
Well, yeah, but you guys apparently didn't say anything about it then. You just waited until now, until Bowblax wasn't in the end, right? So
Bowblax's stream, clowning on him
Fast
live,
travel.
sending chat to make fun of him, having
Fuck.
some of chat pretend to be real viewers to attack him later, and doing this every time he saw Bowblax streaming until he logged off while being high. That's a bully stream. Bowblax replies to Nick by screenshotting this that says the author has blocked you, and captioning it by saying, "Bro spends all his time on Twitter but still doesn't know how blocking works." And Sergeant Big Cheek says, "I'm sorry bro, but you really
Sergeant Big Cheeks.
need to let this shit go. What's it actually going to take for you to just move the fuck on from this dumbass drama? You fucked up and continue to fuck up, and just refuse to stop being loud and proudly wrong. You two are obsessed with each other. Fuck." And Bowblax replies, "Many months have gone by without me mentioning him at all, but he did still keep uploading a bunch of videos and streams about me, and even some of them sharing my personal info.
Is that true, or?
He won't stop talking about me regardless of what I do or say." And Sergeant Big Cheeks replies, "Dude, you both tweet about each other on the regular, and it's been exclusively because you keep doing stupid shit and giving that smug tubby prick a reason to talk. At
That's a little mean, but kind of funny.
the end of the day, this started because of your actions to begin with, man. And I don't even watch the fucker nearly as often anymore, but he for damn sure isn't making as many streams about you as you're claiming. The only thing I thought was weird as fuck was them poking fun at the OF shit and whatnot. That's probably the lowest I'd seen them go so far." And Bowblax replies, "And the stupid shit I did this time was," drumroll, "upload a video to my YouTube channel." And Sergeant Big Cheek says, "And what about before? What about the comment cop shit? What about propagating that they're the shittiest people because of the fact Internet Versus was stolen from you, despite the fact at the time, all I'd watch from you were your Mayo Monkey streams?" And I'm saying this all as someone who's kind of butthurt about how everything's gone down. Literally the only thing I could say is that y'all both need to reach out and talk shit over or something. It's
They
insane
just sort of ignore each other and move forward.
that both of you have been at this shit for so long. Squash the beef. And Bobby refused to respond to that
Never squash the beef.
last tweet, so I guess we'll never know how he feels.
All right. Well, hopefully he just stays away from all of it and stops fucking around with all this shit. I don't know. It seems unproductive for him. I don't know. I feel like responding back and forth on Twitter all day is incredibly toxic, and you probably just shouldn't do it in general. That's my typical, my general advice. It just seems like a dumb fucking thing to do. So just stay away from it, you know? That would be my advice, personally. Yeah, stop fucking going on there and doing some dumbass shit.
Shout out to our tier 3 members, internet representatives, Kiko
Fuck.
and Southside. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I'll see you all in the next episode.
All right, cool.